And it's amazing that it's 2/3 over already, and but we've come a long way. Come a long way. Just general observations of this practice. I thought the defense really had a good day, especially in what we call our team run segment. We kept scoring that one, and they won like 15-6 or something like that. Kind of dominated the day. And then after that, we did a little team blitz, and we actually did better on offense than I thought we would do going in. A little bit of different fronts and stunts and a lot of new stuff, but I thought we handled it pretty good there. And then our last little drill was probably a wash as far as, both sides had some good things. But overall, guys are working really hard. Like I told them after practice, that I'm asking the coaches, not to relent on how we want them to do things. Not even academics. We're not going to relent on we want you to be on time. We're not going to relent on you being prepared and being respectful and doing the things we're going to ask you to do. We're not going to relent when it comes to going to breakfast or going to dinner as mandatory events and all that kind of thing. And so I'm asking our staff to do that, but I'm asking the players to be coachable, to be teachable, and not to be stubborn. And I can't think of one guy's really being stubborn, to be honest with you. I don't see anybody bowing their neck out there. They've really got a good attitude towards learning and allowing us to guide them, and that's the first sign of leadership. After a while, they'll take it over once they know what we want.
You've gone over the first scrimmage film now, obviously. I was wondering just sort of your general takeaway, and also any major depth chart changes.
Offensively, we really didn't do anything. We're just rotating guys, teaching, getting everybody reps, and evaluating. Like even the quarterback position, I'm just keeping my same role. I got Kaya with the ones, and everybody else is rolling with the twos, and it was kind of luck of the draw in the scrimmage. If a guy had one play and it was a fumble, then that was his series, and the next guy went in, and we just kind of rotated that way. And defensively, they may have done a little bit more movement there, and I'll be honest with you, I hadn't spent a lot of time watching their depth chart, but I did talk with the staff yesterday, defensive staff yesterday, about every player, how they're doing, and all that kind of thing, and because I need that input, because I'm spending so much time with the offense, but we're getting there.
Coach, can it be sometimes easier? I know Manny Diaz was saying how great the early enrollee defensive players and linebackers doing, and I was thinking maybe it's a little easier when you come in and you haven't had another step. There's no transition. This is your first step.
The reason why the mid-years are truly at an advantage, and it might be the point you're making, is everybody's learning new. Usually, let's say I've been here 3 years and I got 5 mid-years. Well, I'm installing at veteran pace. I'm going. I'm not waiting for the mid-years to figure it out. But because we're installing at first day pace for everybody, then they kind of got it at the pace that was better for them. Because typically mid-year kids come in and we're putting things in so fast because everybody knows what to do. Everybody on the team should know what to do except for a mid-year enrollee, and that's why we go veteran pace. But this year, veteran pace is the same as a first day on the job kind of deal.
And I know you mentioned that you've primarily obviously been with the offense, but what have you seen from that group defensively, the 3 linebackers specifically?
The young guys?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, they made, really, I thought the top 2 plays, and Manny might have mentioned it, but top 2 plays in the scrimmage to me was when Quarterman, stuck his hat on the ball. He was the one that caused that fumble that was a scoop and score. And it was textbook, the way he approached. Great football position, and he struck the runner, and his hat was right on the ball, popped the ball out, and was a scoop and score touchdown. And then later in the scrimmage, they had an all-out blitz on, and I got brain lock on Pinckney. He's on the blitz, and then we throw a screen, and then he turns and runs like a madman, and he clips the heels of the back, who would have easily got a first down and maybe even a touchdown. And so it was like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and that thing's about to go a long, long way, if not a touchdown. And because of his effort, he clips him just in time to keep him short of the first down, force a punt, and maybe a play like that could win the game. Both those plays. So there was other things that happened that were good, but it's nice to see those kids come in and make that kind of impact right away.
A couple more questions, guys.
Behind Steve, I don't want to crown anybody. It seems though Stacy is, a top guy, as a receiver. I'm just curious where you're seeing a little bit of separation behind him.
Well, the guy that I think is the most ready to play every down and do the right thing and do it well is Braxton. Okay, and then, you know, we're really kind of counting on the rest of those guys to continue to work and pick up the pace, and just keep improving. I'm embarrassed to say, but I know number 9. I can't think of his name right now.
Malcolm Lewis.
Lewis. Sorry, Malcolm Lewis and your family. I'm getting there. All right, but Malcolm, I see him making a push towards being very reliable receiver right now. You know, both Langham and 18, this Cager, they have got the ability, but they're still, I don't know how to say it other than they're still developing. They're still obviously learning what to do, but I need them to play big. They're big men. They're not super fast guys, but they're big men, so they got to play big. Right now they're not playing big. They're playing like they're about 6 foot. In reality, they're about 6'4", 6'5", okay? So then it's not bad, it's just not what I see them becoming. They're not there. They're not there.
Last question, guys. Briefly, what's the install process for those 3 freshmen and then maybe the JUCO kid you got
We just,
at receiver?
Say, I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, just briefly the install process for the 3 freshmen and the JUCO kid.
Okay, you're talking about receivers.
At receiver, yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to be as soon as they, well, first of all, we can send them little not video, but little playbook stuff right now if we want to. But the problem is when you send stuff to them and you're not there to coach it and teach it, is they tend to learn it wrong. Mm-hmm. So the good news is they'll be here all of June, all of July, and their teammates will be out here throwing and catching. And there's video playbook to study from. We'll have our installation will be prepared relatively quick, so all summer long the kids can be looking at what we're going to install in the fall. Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, everybody.
Thanks.
Have a great day.